Hello once again. It's your boy That's No Moon back for another Grand Arena. It's round 3. It's the championship round of 3v3. We're up against BK and technically should probably be the easiest fight. Didn't even notice that he didn't have a negotiator. That's how much effort I've been putting in. Otherwise, I would have done something slightly different with ships. But just as we're scouting the roster anyway, as I said, looking back at this, I didn't even notice that he didn't have a negotiator. First order of business. Always, or as always, sorry, make sure to hit that like and subscribe if you do want more Star Wars Galaxy Heroes videos. If you want to support the channel, that's the absolute best way that you can. If you do want to chat more Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, you can join the Discord. And I mean, that's the whole reason that I set this channel up, was to help out other players and to make this game a bit more enjoyable for you without the hard work. So having a look at the roster, a decent roster, really good for 5.3. Got his Galactic Legend much quicker than I did. I think I got mine at about 6 million. So this is a much more focused account. He has been in. He has struggled a little bit with those Night Sisters up top. And then down the bottom, a 2-shot Grievous, 2-shot. You'll see why in a second. And then he got stuck on Padme. You will see why in a second, because this was an absolute, like, nightmare of a defense, in all honesty. All relics top row, nearly all relics bottom, missing 2. There's some tough teams there, and we're going to have to get through. We may even have to gamble. We do need to full clear. So we'll see how it goes. We will try and one-shot everything. Not going to try burners or anything like that. I'm just going to go in and see if we can one-shot everything, see how it goes. First thing I'm looking at in 3v3 with that Padme team is the potency. I don't care about speeds. I don't care about anything else. Offense, I just am caring about potency. So our party piece, Darth Malak, is going to take care of this, and I think this is quite a cheap trade-off. When it comes to this, I'm not going to find many other cheap teams that are going to take out. Oh, and of course, first one off the bat, he gets stunned. He's pretty tenacious Malak, actually. He's like, I think I've got him at about 150 percent tenacity. So yeah, this is what he does well. He does it in 5v5. As long as C-3PO isn't there. So here we go. Yeah, just thinking kind of like who I want to get rid of, but it's all pretty much academic. As soon as Kenobi's gone, it's that's all she wrote. We're shrugging off enough stuns, and haven't got a healing immunity yet off Anakin, so that's good news. Yeah, we're gonna have a bit of healing there, but it doesn't really matter. And that's fine, and we're going to get that drained. So Kenobi's gone. The rest is pretty much easy from here on out. And yeah, as long as you've got plenty of potency, I've got a healing immunity over there myself. So I didn't even know Malak did that. As long as you've got a fairly tenacious Malak, it can quite easily get rid of Padme. And people don't tend to, I see a lot of modding, people don't tend to mod Anakin. So I get it, it's nice, or at some point in the game people would mod him for offense. I really don't. I feel that he's not really like an attacker anymore in terms of like big damage. I feel that he is more there to do one job, and that is to land healing immunity either on first order, so a crew lead, or like a Malak squad as well. So that's how I've changed mine retrospectively. Right, this one, I'm fairly happy going in with this anyway. Mirror match, I get the jump on him. The corrupted battle meditation is out, so it is a relic HK, but as I said, I'm gonna go over to HK now, and this should, oh yeah, there we go. Nice. We actually come out of this with decent banners as well. So Basti really is much better with Darth Revan in these, of course. So that other team, ooh, well, yeah, I'm going to come to that Palpatine, Basti, and Malak in a minute, because that is nasty. All Relic 7. I don't fancy my chances with Jedi Knight Revan against that, so I'm going to have to take in something a little bit harder. I feel this is the best way to probably split it. In terms of my Sith Empire, was to go Malak up top with Padme, and then the rest of my Sith Empire down on that Darth Revan. So Jedi Knight Revan, this is going to be 3v3. This is nice and easy. And this was probably the last round that I had where I'm going to have a huge amount of time. So I'm back to work now. Everything is open back up. So I'm back to work now. And I say unfortunately, I'm quite a champion for businesses staying open and things like that. So I think it is quite hard for businesses at the moment, especially on the high street and things like that. So I'm glad businesses are sort of opening back up. Where I am in Wales, in England, it's a little bit different. They're still non-essential retail is all shut down. But yeah, you all know how these Jedi Knight Revan battles go. We chip away. Didn't reduce any turn meter there. We're going to take a big splash here from Grievous. Yeah, that's not good. But we've triggered Saviour there, and then Jedi Knight Revan is just on the cusp. So we'll try and keep him alive. And yeah, get a little bit of that going. Get him. Oh, there we go. Nice. So I've got the direct focus now. I can go in on General Grievous, and that's pretty much all she wrote at this stage. Keep chipping away on B1 stacks and just try and manage banners here, really. I don't have to be hugely efficient. It would be a nice bonus to get everything one shot, so we'll see how we get on. But more importantly is the win, getting that 3-0. So there we are, spread some of that. It will help with B1 taking the banners off. And apologies about the commentary. Not going to be particularly colourful tonight. I had a long day at work. Let's put it that way. So yeah, just still easing into to work. I've only been back a couple of days now. I went back on Tuesday. So yeah, it's one of those anyway. Right, I think we may don't. Yeah, I think it's just took a banner or two, but hey ho, there we go. As I said, I'm not going to be too worried. Hey, we got the 54. Okay, right, this last team. Now this is weird. I kind of say it's weird. It is weird because I usually always go south to open up the board so I know what I'm going to be doing. This one I tend to go north first, and I don't quite know why I did that. I should have opened the back first. But anyway, here's what happens with this one. I try and take in my little bit less than powerful. I thought gas will be absolutely fine here. He's relic level 7, plenty of protection. And here we are chipping away at Darth Malak. That's a big hit. Oof, and I haven't really made a dent in Darth Malak at the moment. I've got to survive. I've got to survive these. Oh god, that's hit hard. Oh come on. Oh my god, that's a big hit. I could have done with that. I need to at least get rid of Darth Malak here. Didn't even do that. Okay, one more hit probably does it. There we go. This team, do not underestimate this team. I should have gone in full 5-0 first here, with probably Rex and then fives as well to trigger the bonus. So yeah, this one was fairly interesting. Yeah, I can't quite remember where I was. So I tend to go in chip away at battles, once every hour or so. I tend to sort of think about it slowly, bit of a game of chess. So this one was a little bit weird because he didn't have a tank in it. So I thought, actually, what I'll try and do is get away with a tank of my own. I've worked out his Hux is faster than mine anyway. But without a tank, I'm going to go over and pokey on Hux himself, and then my Hux will go, and I can pokey over on Lobster. So yeah, let's see how this one plays out. This is like a speed build, so his kind of is incredibly quick. So let's pokey there. Let's go back over and let's deal with the threat. Okay, that's not going to do a huge amount. I'm not too worried about that. I could do with getting rid of both of those and then Yep, he's done his job. That's absolutely fine. I've got my stacks. Let's see if we can finish him off here. Oh, that was pretty close. That was a huge hit. But I'm pretty happy with that. It's a one shot. It's still 47 banners. Kylo 3v3 is rough anyway. It was an interesting composition, actually. So I don't mind that. Jedi Knight Revan next. So this is a tough team. Speeds weren't particularly good, 275. And then Yoda, 238. So I will take that. Jolie, all 6E health mods, but at gear 12 suffers a little bit, and no crit avoidance. So I will put down this game when I see someone else running crit avoidance on Jolie. It is so important. So this is a job for the Rebels. They're going to be going straight in. I've done this a lot with 5v5. I don't quite know how it works 3v3, so basic premise is take Yoda out twice. That is absolutely perfect. If he marks over on Chewie, then it can be a little bit rough. It's a little bit safer on 3v3 because there's not so many people hitting Chewie. Now I need to get back over. I'm making the decision here of whether I kind of want to go for Chewie again, Yoda again, or whether I want to go for Jolie at this point. He's used his heal. So I get a nice load of counter-attacks here. Nice stun, but he's going to bring him back. See if we can finish him off. Nice. Okay, so now we could do with getting rid of Jolie. If we get rid of Jolie, this is all she wrote. Buff immunity, that's absolutely huge. There is an argument. Let me know in the comments what you think works better. There is a train of thought thinking that CLS should have potency on him, but I kind of like the idea of enemies resisting detrimental effects, so he gets his turn meter going, and you can really get quite a lot of turn meter from it. So let me know your thoughts on modding CLS. So this one I'm going back in. Bear with me a second. Okay, so last team, I'm going to be doing. So this Relic 7, Kylo Ren and Mars, this is a real issue, especially with Barriss in there as well. That was a really nice composition. Speaking to Army Hutchings, the Grand Arena buddy, and he was saying that it's quite a well-known composition. I don't think I've ever come up against this. I think this is a really nice use of Barriss, and it really does the trick, actually. I think I've got to go through with a hard counter here and just kind of pray that he doesn't have too much at the back. So we'll see how it goes anyway. But yeah, I basically, let's put it this way. I know I'm just waiting for Annihilate. The good thing about this team, there isn't a huge amount of DPS. There's a huge timeout element to this team, but other than that, it's not particularly dangerous. It is just getting through it that's going to be the issue. So kind of went safe on this one. I could probably use this team to clear up that that other one that I didn't one shot up north, but we'll see. I'm not really too bothered at this stage. As I said, this is a means to an end. This isn't really anything particularly flashy. So yeah, here we go. And just wait for the Annihilate. Here we go. Come on, get me to the next battle already. So yeah, at first glances that looks a horrendous defense, and it probably is 6 or 7 of his best teams. Up front there wasn't Rebels, but there was pretty much everything else there, So it can be quite a daunting defense, but as I said, it is. Oh, pardon me. It has been a long day. But part of it, I think, is just breaking it down, and I'm very glad to see that junk in the back. So yeah, I think it's fairly easy. We'll take a rain check here, work out probably the most efficient way to do this, and we'll go from there. We should have still plenty left over. But I do need to still go back to that other team up top. It doesn't have Malik in it still, but it is still a tough team. Should have plenty left. Kylo Ren Unmasked is fresh from collecting bounties in the last episode. So he's back to dealing with Old Republic. So this is pretty much cut and dry. I mean, this is one of the beauties of farming for a Kylo. You kind of get this counter as well. I think he's a good character, you know. Like, he is good. He's hard to get through. He causes a nightmare if you put him on defense. People have really got to use specific counters. So yeah, so here we go. This one should be pretty easy. And let's go big hit there. Nice. So we got 56 off that one. What I didn't realize, so here's the other thing that I thought. I thought that the bounty hunter feat, you know, the one with like Mandalorian armor, I thought it was defeat 6 characters who wore bounty hunter armor, but I thought it was like beat your opponents, not defeat them with characters that wore Mandalorian armor. So I've got that one completely wrong, and it's a huge feat. So I'm going to have a look next round to complete that as well. Yeah. Here we go. But there is an interesting thing at the end of this video, and I'd like your thoughts on this as well. So at this stage, we're looking, you know, quite pretty anyway. And Nest here, to be fair, as I said, if I had actually read the feat, I would be doing this with like bounty hunters anyway. I've got 3 or 6, so I could probably cheese it. The next ones, the ones that we're currently doing at the moment, are going to be like apply thermal detonators and use Zam and Django in a team, which is fine. So I'll probably have a look for a Night Sister team to sort of cheese zombie with that one. So I'm not too bothered about that. But yeah, I certainly will. It is just still finding that balance between offense and defense. So but yeah, as I said, I'll go through something interesting, sort of towards the back end of the video as well, and I'd like to know your thoughts on it. There we go. Just waiting to finish up these Ewoks. Pretty easy stuff. As I said, this was probably one of the easiest back zones I've faced. But again, it was one of the toughest front zones that I faced. So I'm not surprised, and he still has to leave himself plenty to be able to try and clear as well. I can't remember where I went next. Looking at this is his bounty hunters now. Yeah, that's not going to outrun much. Even with the extra 30 speed. I decided to take my own first order in. Right, okay. Yeah, definitely Sith Trooper here. Get some nice damage on the go. Yeah, happy with that. And I think it's a fair counter. I mean, yeah, there is something in this battle that like legit surprised me. And that is how much damage Sith Trooper actually does. I think you can, and it's exactly the same as Vader. You kind of forget how much damage these characters actually do against like normal characters, because you're so used to like using them against Galactic Legends or whatever that you completely lose a sense of how much damage they actually do. So Sith Trooper absolutely coming up clutch in that one. Decent amount of banners in that 53. I'll take that as well. Wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to lose 2 or 3 banners there. Yeah, we still have this issue here. So let's go deal with it, I guess. Cool. So it's a fairly handy Basti at 300. Palp looks good, and this is a tough squad. The other one, if you want to save your Malik, is Thrawn. That is a nightmare as well. I really have struggled against Thrawn in that 3rd spot as well in the past. But this one I feel okay with. I've got 5s is like, what you call it, savior mechanism. So as soon as I get rid of Basti, it'll be easy enough. Cooldowns are going to come quick enough as well. Tenacity up, I feel pretty confident that it's not going to get through that at all. Yeah, let's keep hammering away, get rid of that offense, get rid of Basti, and that is pretty much that one in the books. Okay. This Palp is like pretty tanky actually. I wasn't expecting this much resistance from the Emperor. Oof, 30 banners, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We're through. Phoenix, I can't remember what I used on here. Yeah, this is the point where I realised that he didn't have Negotiator. So I was like, oh, right, okay. So yeah. Right, I think Vader can probably solo this. So I'm going to try it anyway for science. We've got plenty of wiggle room anyway. Used to be Wampa, and now it's Vader. Yeah, this I can tell straight away is going to be one of the easiest solos going. Oh my god, this is power creep at its finest. I love it. Vader legit was one of the best things that I feel CG ever did. Just like paid him his dues, you know, because he was such a good character in the movies. But obviously, it's a case of in the game it didn't reflect that, and now it is amazing. They probably thought about it for a while, but with Galactic Legends, the first 2 Galactic Legends that came out, they probably couldn't release it like anytime soon because of obviously outcry from the community. Because obviously you don't want Galactic Legends nerfed in the first at least few weeks anyway, let's put it that way. Suddenly realised as soon as I went in with this one that it is actually finalizer is actually like probably a hard count, not a hard count, a soft counter to Kenobi. So yeah, whoops. Yeah, we'll do this with 3 ships. I think that's fine. I know they're going to get a reinforcement in a second anyway. But we're in pretty good spot. We've got Retribution up. I really like Ahsoka in that like first spot as well. She can be like a little bit squishy, but I think she does really good work in a fleet squad up front. There we go. There's the first one. And Mace Windu. Here we go. So how does a Malevolence do against a Mace Windu team? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it does exceptionally well. I'm going to skip out 2 reinforcements there. I could probably easily skip out all reinforcements in all honesty. I mean, I guess Ahsoka's in there. Oh no, General Anakin. I mean, he's fairly rough. Yeah, let's stick to the plan. Cool, that's him gone. And let's see how quickly we can get rid of these bozos. Kind of is Rex's ship, innit? He nicks it, doesn't he, off some Geonosians. But it's weird that he's been like tied to it, even though I'm sure in Clone Wars he only took it for like a little test drive. Right, okay, so here's what we were getting at. So we finished on 2647. Right, going back and looking at these feet. So my score now, I'm just going to pause it here. So here I have a couple of feats ready to collect. Now I get 2,000 points for the win, and if I collect my feats, I'm going to go up to Chromium, which leads us to something called Chromium Nightmare. So a lot of people tend to deliberately stay under Chromium because it gives them easier matchups in like round 2. So, do you agree with sort of like cheesing it or not? And I'll let you know what I did. So I've got that there, and I'm going to get the 5 fleet arena battles as well. I'll show you what I did. So you know me, we went for it. We collected up the banners. And we are going to go for chromium, and it led to some quite interesting results. This one, we claimed defeat before the first round was pooled. We still had 21 days and 12 hours left. Okay, so also here is my philosophy on it. We also have a guildmate, Lenders. He has a few thousand more, so congrats to Lenders. He's just reached 500,000 lifetime banners. He's up against Ria Zero, who's on 496. Terios is a shardmate of mine at 477. EST 488. Utopia 506, this guy 492, and then Righty Fish is 460, I think. So it definitely leads to harder matchups, but to be the best, you gotta beat the best. So this season is probably going to be one of the toughest that I've faced. 7 legit opponents in that pool, no easy victories at all. I'm up against Don Quilo first, who has a Kylo. So this will be a lot of fun, and I'm actually looking forward to this. So hopefully you'll join me for the next round, and good luck with all your Grand Arenas. I will see you all next time. Cheers, guys.